Hey guys, Fenyks here, and today I'm going to be redoing my shitty tutorial that I made ages ago. I did take like a massive break, that's why there's been like no uploads. So yeah, CMR came out, I finally managed to buy that. So yeah, we're just going to be redoing that tutorial. I'm just going to show you guys how to get it ready for posing and stuff, or whatever you want to use it for. So let's get into it. Right, so what I like to do is I open up my Lightroom and then I open up my rig within the Lightroom. So click onto the Cmr and we're going to change the skin first. I've got this random skin that I found and we're going to use that one. So we can put the skin on. Okay, so I'm going to be using this guy's skin. Everything looks a bit strange at the moment, like you'll notice what the fuck is going on with the eyes. Right, so let's fix the eyes first. So zoom into like the face and scroll down under the options section until you find the bit where it has the face. If you really want to, you can disable the eyes. However, Flash has added some pretty nice eyes for us to use. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the pupil height. Put the pupil height at like 75 maybe, that'll be okay. You want to move the eye bit, so select this bit and drag these both up, not down, and that will get you your nice double pupils. If you really want to, you can play around with the pupil height. If you really wanted to, you can have it at 100 or like 75 or whatever. I think I'm going to keep mine at 80 just because 80 looks good. You can also change the pupil bits, so you can change the glitter eyes if you want to. I think the first ones look pretty good. However, if you want to, you can use the other ones. Right, now let's make the eyes go down a bit. To do that, you just need to select this thing and move it up or down depending on where you want it. So yeah, we're going to put that down to here. And now the eyes are fixed. They don't look retarded. I like to disable stuff like the eyebrows and the mouth. Don't have to do that, but I like to do it. So I'm just going to do that real quick. We can still use the mouth and stuff later on, but I prefer like not to use it and stuff whilst I'm extruding and things, which is what we're going to get onto shortly. So first things first, you're going to want to notice if your skin has a jacket rig, and the skin I have picked does have a jacket rig. Well, fuck, not a jacket rig, but a jacket mesh cloak thing. It's got a jacket on it, okay? We're going to use Flash's jacket rig, which he has built into the thing. To that, we're going to need to edit the original skin. So let's pop into Photoshop real quick. Alright, so I have opened up my copy of the skin I'm going to be using, and basically what you want to do is you just want to select all the bits that are not, like, you want to get in there. And this is a little bit hard to see because of the colors, but if you really need to go back to it, you can just go into Cinema 4D and have a look at like where the jacket should and shouldn't be. So yeah, so just select where the jacket is and replace that all with white or like black or whatever the color of the thing is. And yeah, so I'll be back once I've done that. Alright, so I've done my best to kind of figure out where the jacket and stuff is. Usually it'll look something like this, and what you want to do is you can either make a new layer or just straight onto this one. Make sure you have black and just fill it in. You might have to click on it a few times if your paint tool thing is weird like mine is, but yeah. So just do that, and that will look better once you've got the jacket on, because if you do the jacket rig without editing the skin, it'll look strange as fuck. One more thing you're going to want to edit in Photoshop is the eyes. What I usually do is just select the bit where the eyes is, get a color from like around the face, get a brush, and you just want to like paint away at the area. You can then, if you want to, kind of like play around with the hue and saturation of some bits, add a little more texture. I'm just going to do that because I'm a perfectionist real quick. I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, so I kind of played around with it a little bit, looks a little bit better. Right, so once we've done that, just save it and you'll be good to go. Okay, I'm back. I had problem saving shit, but hopefully it works out okay. Alright, so what we can do now is we can enable the jacket and it'll look like this. And we're just gonna go down to the bit where the bit where the jacket is, and I believe that's under all this control shit, shoulders. It's under the shoulder attachments jacket, and let's just slide that across. Now it'll be easier to edit, and if my Cinema 4D starts to get a little bit laggy, it's because of my shitty MacBook. Right, so let's go back into the original options and replace the skin with the one we just edited. Okay, once we've done that and it looks like it doesn't have a jacket on it anymore, go back into the jacket options. For the skin, set it as the original skin copy that you didn't edit. That's right. And once you've done that, you will have something like this. Now you want to turn on editing mode, open up the jacket bit that's in red, go to the jacket mesh, go to the polygon selection tool, and it's a little bit hard to see. You might have to switch in between the things, but you kind of just want to select everything that isn't the jacket. So let's do that really quickly. Alright, I mean, looks okay. I mean, if you wanted to, you can remove another layer, but I think it looked normal when it was like that. And so once you've selected all the bits that are not the jacket, you just want to press delete on your keyboard and delete it. Sometimes you might notice you've missed a few bits, so yeah, be sure to fix those bits up. Right, so once we've done that, we can close up this bit. I'm just going to close up this joints bit. Go back into this. We want to disable editing mode, and actually we need to go back. Alright, so you want to go back onto this, or like the jacket mesh, I think. Alright, so you want to go back to the jacket mesh and set the position to 0 up the top, and that'll just bring it back to here. And I mean, that looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with the jacket. It's looking pretty swanky at the moment. Okay, what we can do now is we can go into the jacket settings, go to chord, and set the white of 1.12, and that just kind of brings it down a little bit more and makes it look nicer, I guess. Right, so now we're going to get onto extruding everything else. So if you want to, you can just disable the jacket for now. It'll be less laggy and easier to work with. We can play with the jacket later. Right, so let's get on to extruding, the fun part. What I forgot to do actually was uncheck the locked bit. You want to do that, it just unlocks stuff. And so what you can do is you want to open up the mesh tab and go down a bit until you find the head extrude bit, and you want to just uncheck these red dots, slide this across, also slide the extrude hat across, and now we've got this. And we just want to select the extrude head, go down to the polygon selection mode, get our selection tool, and once again just select everything that isn't the bit you want to extrude. So the hair, yeah, so this is just how I do it. I extrude, I delete everything that's not the hair, and yeah, I just press delete on the keyboard. And now what I do is I do Command A or Control A. It's Command A because I'm on Mac and Mac's a shit, don't get a Mac. Press D on your keyboard to open up the extrude menu. I set the maximum angle to 91, and you want to change the offset to around 4 or 5. I mainly use 4, and yeah, it just kind of makes it look bigger and stuff. It's how you make stuff look good. I don't know, just makes everything look better, and I hate it when people don't extrude because it doesn't look good. Gotta extrude for stuff to look good. And we kind of want to do the same with the other one, except this time, because our bit has like a hoodie, sorry, not our bit, our skin, because our skin has a hoodie, we're just gonna do something special. So we're gonna select the hair this time, and once you've selected all the hair or whatever else you've got, I don't know, hold Control on your keyboard and drag the extrude hat up so it makes a new copy. Then press U and I on your keyboard, and that inverts the selection, and you just want to delete that, and now you have like a separate extrude hat layer thing just for the hair. And so now we can hide that bit and go back into the extrude hat, and we just want to select everything that isn't the hoodie this time. So yeah, just keep selecting the stuff. Make sure to select the hair as well because you don't need that anymore, you've got another copy. Cool, so once you've done that, you just want to hit delete on your keyboard again, and now you just have the hoodie, hopefully. I do Command or Control A on the keyboard again to select everything, then I press D, and I like to extrude this by 3. Looks good. Something else I like to do is I like to go to the loop selection tool, and I select just this bit here. I extrude that by 2, but first you just want to, if you do it like that, you just want to deselect these bits. Yeah, if you want to, you can select these bits also, and yeah, so just extrude that by like 2 or whatever you'd like to. That's just something I do, it makes it look a bit better. Right, so let's drag that across, set it to 0. It's a bit small. I mean, it looks good, but we can make it look a lot better. And so to do that, we want to go to this tool here, and this is the scaling tool. You can just drag it up. Just want to make it so it kind of fits properly on the head. That looks pretty good. Now, something else you can do is you want to go back to the polygon selection tool, select everything, and right click and go to brush. I think you can use the magnet tool as well if you set the strengths to 50 and stuff, but I usually just use you can use the magnet tool, but I usually just use the brush tool. And so go to the brush tool, set the strength and radius to 50. Once you've done that, you kind of just want to shape the hoodie, if that makes sense. So like drag up a little bit in some places and like pull these bits back a little bit, and yeah, so just play around with that. Alright, so I kind of played around with the hoodie. It looks a bit better now. I mean, it's not the best, but it does look pretty cool. So yeah, that's how you do that. Now let's unread the other bit of the hair. So this bit, go back to your thingy tool, select everything, and I extrude the hair by 5, which is 1 more than the other thing. Now you'll notice that it fucks up sometimes. That happens as well with it pretty much happens with everything sometimes, but it'll fuck up. You just want to unselect the bits that fuck up. So you'll notice this bit, this bit, and this bit, and this bit screwed up. So just hold control and click with the selection tool thing, and that just deselects the bits that screwed up. And so then re-extrude it and just extrude these bits separately. Right, this looks pretty nice. I like to just go a little bit more, add like another extrusion, just because I think it looks a bit better. And so I'm gonna do that real quick. So I'm just gonna extrude these by 2. Can do 3 if you want, but 3's a bit much sometimes. Yeah, it just makes it look a bit more oomph, if that makes sense. I don't know. If you want to, sometimes I like to do the bit down here, extrude that just a little bit so it looks, I don't know. You can just play around with it. And so we're just going to drag that back to 0 and play around with the size again, so make it bigger and smaller, stuff like that. Just going to make it so it sits on the hair, the other hat bit, I don't know. Just scale it up a bit. That looks pretty nice to me. I might make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Right, so that's pretty much perfect. You can do Command A with the bit selected, and this is what you use the magnet tool for. You can just kind of shape it a little bit. It adds a bit more depth, if you would. I don't know. Yeah, it's just something to play around with. As you can see, it kind of does things. It makes bits look better, worse, I don't know. Yeah, so you can just play around with that a little bit. Right, so I've played around with it a little bit. It looks okay. It's not the best, but it'll do. Right, so once we've done that, we can close up all this head shit, and if you want, you can disable the head. That's sometimes a good idea, but we're just gonna move it up a little bit. Alright, so now the head's there, and let's just move these arms out a little bit as well. Now, I've got subdivisions enabled this time. Last time I extruded without subdivisions, and it's a bit different. So, it's the same thing. You kind of just want to double click or go into like the arms, and you want to open up the mesh arm, this bit, and you want to make sure you're on this bit, not this bit. People try to extrude this thing all the time and they're like, what the fuck, where's the polygons? You know, the polygons aren't going to show up unless you either double click on it or you click on this bit. Double clicking on it is just like a shortcut. So yeah, go down to this and you're like, what the fuck, look at all these polygons. What? It's actually not that many. Like if you just select one, that selects 4. So like one square is 4 subdivisions. I think that's how it works. You can mess around with how many subdivisions there are though. And so yeah, we're going to go to the select tool and go to loop selection and just select the cuffs if you would, of the arm. I don't know. And I like to do these by either 1 or 2. I like to do these bits by 2, and I like to extrude the other bits. Whoa, what the fuck? I like to extrude the other bits by 1, but I think, actually let's do 2. You can either do them by 1 or 2. And now if we go back to this, you'll be like, wait, what the fuck? It looks weird. Why did it not do its job properly? Well, you're still not done. When you're extruding with subdivisions, you have to actually play around with it a bit. The best method for fixing stuff is to press K on your keyboard with all the things selected. So if you go to like this, select on that, go to this, select everything, and then press K on your keyboard, which gives you the knife tool. Then you want to change this to loop, and you kind of just want to go in a little bit and cut. You want to make one cut just above where it like starts, another one also down there. So that's there we go, that's one, and you just want to make another one kind of up here and do the same just for the thing, and it makes it look nicer, just makes it look more clean and polished and stuff. So yeah, you just want to do the same for the other arm as well. If you want to, you can be edgy and do both the arms at the same time, but I just do them separately. Alright, so I cut those bits. You can also like extrude the middle shirt bit. I like to turn the subdivisions off for that, just because you get a little bit messy when you're trying to extrude the different places and stuff. So to turn off the subdivisions, you want to go to the options. You scroll down, it's like the 4th thing that shows up. There'll be an option for subdivisions. You can just enable them. I'm gonna disable the body subdivisions and just extrude that normally. Okay, so it looks pretty good so far. Right, and now we can do the legs. What I like to do is select, the legs are kind of the same as the arm, like there's subdivisions on the legs. So, you know, just open up the thing, polygon selection tool, and I also extrude the feet by 2. I use the loop selection tool just as far out. What the fuck? Yeah, so use the loop selection tool to select the like main bit, and then if there's any extra bits, which there usually is on most shoes, I'm not sure if I can see it on this pair. There's usually like, I'm just gonna select where it usually is. It's usually like these 2 bits here, and go ahead extrude that by 2. And once again you'll get this thing that, you know, doesn't look too great. Now something I've noticed, because I notice things, sometimes you might not select the whole leg. That's right, there's actually a really tiny little thing down here, because I've got some kind of OCD going on. I have to select that, so that, I don't know. But yeah, if you're a bit OCD like me, that's where you do it. Alright, so now you just want to select everything again and go back to your knife tool and give it a few cuts. Sometimes it'll be a bit hard to see, but you know, what can you do? Alright, so I've kind of fixed it. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit here though. It'll be okay. So once you've done that, you want to select the leg again with this and just extrude these bits. It's all cut up now, and it's a little bit hard to see, but once you go in, it'll be easier to find and stuff. So yeah, just extrude the white bits or whatever color bit this is. Once again, go to the loop selection tool to select this bit. Just saves you some time, and I do that by 2 as well. Sometimes I do 1, depends. Legs, shoes, I don't know, everyone kind of has their own way of doing them. Luckily, white's a lot easier to see, so you can do that a lot better. So remember, 2 cuts. Always do 2 cuts, otherwise stuff looks a little strange sometimes. I honestly, cutting this bit down here, this bit, that doesn't really do anything, so not much point in doing that. However, if you didn't select that bit that I select because OCD, yeah, you might have to cut it separately. Right guys, so that looks pretty good, and you just want to do that for the other shoe. So I'll be back once I've done that. Right guys, so I am back. I've done the other shoe, and so now we can put all the limbs back together. So to do that, you just want to change the value that in the position section down here back to 0 for everything. For the head, middle one, yeah. Oh, whoops. No, not the jaw. You want to make sure you actually select the entire head. And just bring that down. Oh no, never mind. Just don't listen to me. Just select the blue thing. Put the middle one back down to 0, and voila, you have your rig thing. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's some other stuff actually that you can do. We can turn back on the jacket. So yeah, that's it. It makes it a little bit laggy though because of the deformers, subdivisions, not deformers. Nah. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this extruding tutorial thing. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. If this video gets 15 likes, I will drop another tutorial. And so yeah, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.